迷いは一切なかった。打ちつれるマナト。
Hello, hello! It's Trigger Moon, and Game Talk is bringing you another build video. Now this time it's the Hunter. It's the Hunter. Now the Sniper of Days. Now, this build is... I like this build. It's fun. It's fun. Let's get into it. Okay, so. This is what I call the Fire build. Now, this is another popular build going on right now. And what you optimize, obviously, is the fire damage. That's what you're going to do, because you want everyone to go burny, burny, explode, exploding. That's what you want. So, for your Katana, I put melee resolve gain, just to get that extra little something, something. Ability cooldown, because I want to be able to call my explosive arrows as much as possible. I want the enemies to burn, 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 burn. And then Wave the Flame is affected by any fire damage I add to the build. So Wave the Flame is a must, and once again, because you want to deal with those silly, annoying spear Oni. Ugh. Now, next, Skipping Stone Bow. This is a must. This is the whole point of the build. This is the bit. If you don't have this, you don't have a build. You need this. You need it. Now, it ricochets. Oh, every headshot you get goes to another guy. Yeah. Now you can go up to 3 headshots, or 2 headshots. It depends. If you're shooting in the middle of a crowd, you get more. Oh, it's amazing. It's a must. So I want to optimize on the damage. So I did range damage and headshot damage. And in this case, it's helmet piercing ammo. Now, reason for helmet piercing ammo is because you want to be able to get to any of the Oni that you're shooting down. Because if you were to go with headshot refund, your valuable fire arrows do not get refunded. Only normal arrows do. So helmet piercing for this build. Ooh. Now if you're going to the Hunter Charm, this is the most important thing. Hunter ability radius. This is going to boost up your explosive arrows so that everybody gets on fire, which is great. And then fire damage and Fire Master. Now, Fire Master is a must because you're getting that 25% extra fire damage, and fire damage increases it by another 12% if you have 12%. So that is an overall amount of, right now, well, that's 37 if my math is correct, which is Phantasmo. Phantasmo. You're dealing a lot of damage that way. And now we're going to go to Sticky Bombs. Sticky Bombs, you're going to want to have that fire up because what is this? A fire build. So obviously, you want the more fire damage. And damage increase so that those bombs do more damage. And blast radius so that everybody's on fire. The whole point is that everybody's on fire all the time. And smoke bombs. Well, with this, there are many options. But I went with cooldown reduction and cooldown reduction on kill. And you might be asking, why did you put a smoke bomb? Well, as when you're using a longbow, it takes longer to knock back. To go through this, to be able to utilize it more, well, if you're invisible to the peoples, well, you know, you can shoot more people. So you use the smoke so that you can, 1, get munitions, get those fire arrows back, and 2, be able to headshot people without them knowing. And having the stone skipper, you're headshotting a lot of people. A lot of people. So, what could you do instead? Well, you could go to Lucky so that you could get more invis, more time. You could do that, definitely. Black powder, not super useful. It doesn't put people on fire. It pushes them back, but then it's harder to get headshots. So that's not great. So munitions are Lucky in this case. Sticky bomb, I mean, kunai, they do have a fired up function. So you could technically do kunai, but you're not throwing as many kunai, right? So it's not super optimal. Sticky bomb spreads, with the blast radius, spreads the fire damage way more, so that's what you want. Hunter Charm, well, this is a must. You can't, there's not much you could change here. You could opt instead of fire damage if you wanted to. You could go range damage if you'd like, or ability cooldown so that you can get it faster. But I opted for the fire damage. And this, once again, you could go for headshot refund if you wanted to, but the fire arrows won't get refunded. So that's up to you. And I mean, if you don't like the time it takes to knock back, then you could do draw speed or reload speed. Up to you. Up to you. There's no absolute must here. And here, well, you're not really going to change this. I mean, you could change melee resolve to melee damage so that you're doing more damage when you're meleeing, but you're a hunter. You're not supposed to use your katana. Only in very rare cases where it's like, oh, dude, he's coming, so you got to parry. That's it. That's about it. You're not using it that much. On to the techniques now. So as I said, this is the fire build. So you're going for explosive arrow, the boom boom, the pow pow. And because it's 55 seconds, that's going to be reduced because of the ability reduction I put on my katana and 15% cooldown. Oh yeah. So that is 27% faster. So that brings it down to like 47 seconds. That's not bad. That's pretty good. And then this is a must. 25%. That brings it over to a 62% fire damage. 62! You're doing a lot of fire damage. That's a lot. And finally, the extra 2 hits. Now, let me explain this. With the Stone Skipper, if you're shooting in the middle of a crowd, you're going to get more skips, right? If you use this, there's like a cap. If you shoot this in the middle of a crowd, you're not getting as much stone skips because you're already shooting 5 people. What do you want, a cheat code? Like, no. So, is this viable? You could even go here if you're, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this, and I'll explain why in another video. But I would opt for this despite not having as many skips, because 5 kills is 5 kills. Just do it. Do it up. And yeah, that's my build. Now I'm going to show you how to use it. This build, you want everybody to be on fire all the time. All the time. If you just get them on fire. Just look. Let's. Oh, are you guys on fire? Oh, look, you're on fire. Look, oh, I'm out of fire arrows. Boom. Oh. Get a bit more time. Look at that. Oh, I got some fire arrows. Isn't that handy? Oh, look at that. More fire. More fire. Well, now I'm out of fire, but that's okay because now I have this. Everybody's on fire. Look at them. I'm not even gonna move from here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, dead. So much damage. 62% more damage. Oh. Well, thanks, guys. That was the explosive arrow build, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please drop a like and a subscribe because I really want you to follow. So yeah. Okay. Well, bye.